back with you. I hope your summer's going well. This month we want to continue reflecting on part of the prophetic word the Lord gave me as we entered into 2016. If you'd like to see other parts of this series, of course, they're available on our website. If you'd like to read the whole prophetic word, that also is available on our website. But here is what we've been focusing on in this series. This word the Lord gave me. 2016 will be a year of unprecedented prosperity for the people of God. Great wealth will begin to come to those who've been standing in great faith for provision and overflow. And we've defined prosperity as this: God's overwhelming desire to bless the people of God so that we can meet the needs of humanity. And then we also define that word unprecedented, never before known or experienced. I want to focus on two different things this month. Number one, if you've noticed in other parts, in every part of this series, we've been not only going over this prophetic word, but also adding to the definition of what that word means. And one of the reasons we do that is because faith comes by hearing. Many times we hear and 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 we hear again, because often our experience is not at our level of living is not at what God is saying. And so we want to renew our minds that we capture that truth and we make that truth an internal reality, that what is in here begins to define everything out there. And this month I held off. I actually recorded a different video, but I felt like this month there's a specific grace to receive an overflow, very specifically in this season in the area of finances. And here's what I want to encourage you to do. I want to encourage you to meditate, to dig in to scriptures that talk about the overflow of God. Deuteronomy 8:18 is the Lord your God who gives you the power to get wealth. Deuteronomy 28, where it talks about that if we listen to the voice of God, all the blessings will come upon us. And particularly, I want to encourage you to speak the word of God. And I want to tell you about a dream that not just applies to the area of finance, but any kingdom area. Probably 6 or 7 years ago, I had a very significant dream that impacted me. And Jesus came to me in this dream. And in this dream, he came to me and he said to me, he said, "Abner, don't you know you can have what you say?" And in the dream, I began to explain twice to the Lord that I understood. I began to explain to him, I understand what you're saying, God. That's how we started the ministry. We just had a word from you. None of our circumstances lined up with that word, but we just began to declare that word. And then a second time, the Lord said to me, "Abner, no, don't you know you can have what you say?" And the second time the Lord spoke that to me, I began to explain to him, "Yes, Lord, I know. That's how we started the ministry. We just had a word from you. We started in a little room in my parents' house, and we just believed you, and we've seen what you've done." And then the third time, the Lord said to me very sternly, "Abner, no, don't you know you can have what you say?" So really, two things I really wanted to focus on this month, and it was this: that not only we're in a year of great wealth coming to the people of God, but there's a special grace in this season to receive overflow. And I want to encourage you to not only meditate, not only renew your mind to the truth of what God has said about overflow so we can be a blessing to other people, but begin to declare what he said. And not just in the area of finances, but in every area. Watch what comes out of your mouth. We must refuse to say anything God has not said. And I want you to declare these things, because this is a season of overflow. I'm telling you, there's people watching this. You're going to receive checks in the mail that you're not expecting. You're going to see rebates. There's some people, you're believing God for a job, and this is a month of an unexpected favor, an open door. Where they said there was not an open door for a job, there's an open door for a job. So I bless you in this season to receive overflow. I bless you to be a blessing to the nations of the earth. And I bless you in this season to only speak what God has said.